Hello everyone. Welcome back to Lady Show English. I'm so happy to see you here today. Today, we're going to talk about something delicious and very British, crisps. In American English, we call them potato chips, but in Britain, they're called crisps. This is a fun topic about food culture, history, and why British people absolutely love this snack. So, grab a snack yourself, and let's get started. First, let me explain what crisps are. Crisps are thin slices of potato that are fried until they're crispy and crunchy. They usually come in small plastic bags and have different flavors like cheese, salt, or vinegar. When we say something is crispy, we mean it's hard and makes a crunching sound when you eat it. Crunchy is similar, it's when food makes a noise when you bite it. And a snack is a small amount of food eaten between meals, not a full meal. Now, here's something amazing. British people really love crisps. They eat about 10 billion bags of crisps every year. That's a huge number. People buy crisps at supermarkets for lunch. They bring crisps to picnics in the park. Some TV shows even have special segments where they taste different crisp flavors from around the world. When I say really love, I'm emphasizing strong feelings. This is informal English. You could also say British people are crazy about crisps or are obsessed with them. The history of crisps is quite interesting. Most people believe crisps were invented in America in 1853. A chef named George Crumb worked at a restaurant in New York. One day, a customer complained that his fried potatoes were too thick. The chef got annoyed and cut the potatoes very thin, almost like paper. Surprisingly, the customer loved them. The phrase got annoyed means became angry or irritated. For example, she got annoyed when the train was late. And surprisingly means in a way that causes surprise or unexpectedly, like surprisingly, I enjoyed the movie. But wait. There's also a British connection. In 1817, a British doctor named William Kitchener wrote the first crisp recipe in England. So maybe the British invented crisps first. The truth is, we're not completely sure who invented them first, but what we do know is that both countries played an important role in crisp history. In 1920, a man named Frank Smith opened Britain's first crisp factory in London. He had a clever idea. He put a small packet of salt inside each bag of crisps. This way, people could add salt themselves. Customers loved this. After World War II, more crisp companies started in Britain. One famous company is Walker's, which now makes over 11 million bags of crisps every day. Let me pause here to talk about grammar. When we tell stories about history, we use the past simple tense. Notice how I said Frank Smith opened a factory, not was opening. We say customers loved this, not were loving. And companies started, not have started. The past simple is perfect for completed actions in the past with a specific time. For many years, crisps only came in one flavor, salted. That's boring, right? In 1954, a man from Dublin named Joe Murphy changed everything. He created the first flavored crisps, cheese and onion. People went crazy for them. The phrase "went crazy for" means loved something very much. It's informal. For example, kids went crazy for the new toy. After that, companies made more and more flavors. Salt and vinegar came in 1967. Then there was pickled onion, prawn cocktail, and even strange flavors like hedgehog. Today, the company Walker's has 125 different flavors on British shelves. Let me teach you some vocabulary about taste. Salted means with salt added. Vinegar is a sour liquid used in cooking. You might see it on fish and chips. Pickled means food preserved in vinegar or salt water. And a prawn is a sea animal, similar to shrimp. These words are very useful when talking about food in English. Today, crisps are everywhere in Britain. They're not just for children, adults love them too. Some expensive restaurants serve fresh, warm crisps as a starter. There are posh crisps, that means fancy crisps, made from special potatoes and organic ingredients. Some trendy pubs even serve thick potato slices called slabs. But guess what? The most popular flavor is still cheese and onion, the first flavor created 70 years ago. Sometimes, the classic is still the best. Now, let me show you the difference between informal and formal language. In spoken, casual English, we say posh, but in formal writing, we'd say sophisticated, premium, or upscale. We say kids informally, but children is more formal. Trendy is informal, while fashionable or contemporary sounds more formal. And when we say guess what, in conversation, in writing we might say surprisingly or interestingly. Understanding these differences helps you sound more natural in different situations. Now let's focus on some really useful vocabulary from today's lesson. The words crispy and crunchy are adjectives. You can say, I love crispy fried chicken. The word snack can be both a noun and a verb. As a verb, I usually snack on fruit in the afternoon. As a noun, nuts are a healthy snack. The word flavor, or flavor in British spelling, is a noun. You might ask, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? The verb invent becomes the noun invention. We ask, who invented the telephone? And factory is a noun, my uncle works in a car factory. These are all high-frequency words you'll use often in English. Let me teach you about word chunks, also called collocations. These are words that naturally go together. Native speakers use them all the time. First, stood the test of time means remained popular or good for a long time. For example, this song has stood the test of time, people still love it after 50 years. Second, caught on means became popular. The new dance caught on quickly with young people. Third, take up means start doing something. She took up yoga last year. Fourth, come onto the scene means appear or arrive, especially in business or entertainment. Many new coffee shops have come onto the scene recently. And finally, up the ante means increase effort or competition. Companies up the ante with bigger advertisements. Learning these chunks will make your English sound much more natural and fluent. Let me go back to the original news title, the greasy airbag of gratification that became Britain's national dish. This is quite poetic and uses metaphors. Greasy means oily, because crisps are fried. Airbag refers to something filled with air. Crisp bags are filled with air to protect the crisps. Gratification means pleasure or satisfaction. And national dish means the most typical food of a country. A simpler way to say this would be the oily snack that became Britain's favorite food. See how we can take complex, poetic language and make it simpler and clearer? Since we talked about British food culture, let me give you some related vocabulary you might need. British food terms include fish and chips, which is fried fish with fried potatoes. Sunday roast is a traditional Sunday lunch with roasted meat. A meal deal is a special price for lunch, usually a sandwich plus a drink plus crisps. And pub food is food served in a pub, which is like a bar. When talking about food trends, you can say this dish is trending right now, or farm-to-table restaurants are very popular, or organic food is becoming more common, or people are more health conscious these days. When describing snacks, British people love the word moreish, which means it makes you want to eat more. You can also say it's addictive, meaning you can't stop eating it. Or it's a guilty pleasure, meaning you enjoy it but feel a bit bad about it. Now, let me explain an important grammar point. We saw both present perfect and past simple tenses in today's article. What's the difference? The past simple is for completed actions in the past with a specific time. For example, crisps became popular in the 1920s, or Joe Murphy invented cheese-flavored crisps in 1954. The present perfect is for actions that started in the past and continue now, or are still relevant. For example, crisps have become part of British culture. This is still true now. Or the company has produced millions of bags, from the past until now. Here's a practice sentence. Cheese and onion has been the most popular flavor for 70 years. We use present perfect because it's still popular now. But the first crisp factory opened in 1920. We use past simple because it's a specific past time. Understanding this difference is really important for sounding natural in English. Let me share some cultural notes with you. Food tells us a lot about culture. Here's why crisps are so important in Britain. First, they represent social connection. People share crisps at parties, picnics, and pubs. Second, there's nostalgia. Adults remember eating crisps as children, so it brings back happy memories. Third, there's convenience. Crisps are easy to buy, easy to eat, and need no cooking. And fourth, there's variety. There are so many flavors to choose from. Here are some fun facts for you. British people say crisps while Americans say chips or potato chips. But be careful. A chip in Britain means a thick-cut fried potato, like French fries. The most popular flavor is still cheese and onion after 70 years. And here's something interesting. Some crisp bags have 70% air inside to protect the crisps from breaking. So when you open a bag and think this is half empty, that air is actually there for a reason. Wow! We learned so much today. We talked about the history of crisps, why British people love them so much, useful vocabulary and phrases about food culture, and the difference between formal and informal language. I hope you enjoyed this topic. Remember, learning English is more fun when we talk about interesting, real-life topics like food, culture, and history. Here on Lady Show English, I share news and lessons about health, food, travel, business, technology, and the environment, all the topics that matter in your daily life. These are real-world topics that help you use English in practical, meaningful ways. If you enjoyed today's lesson, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a new lesson. I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite snack? Do you prefer crisps or something else? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care, and happy learning!